Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here and being in the chat. I've just got a comment that there's some technical difficulties. So I apologize if any of this is repeat, but we just want to make sure that you can hear everyone. Thank you, Emer. We just had a rehearsal and now we're trying this again. So if you do have any problem hearing or seeing us, please comment below. But otherwise, I'm going to assume all is good. So thank you again, Emer, for being here.
You are so welcome. I'm thrilled to be here. I hope my answers the second time around are equally scintillating.
Yeah, Emer, we've been having a great conversation, guys. So we're going to repeat hellos to everyone. I'm sorry you didn't see that. But okay, we'll try this one more time, just doing a shout out. If you guys have any questions, please comment, but we'll just welcome you all again here. We did before, but you didn't hear us. So we have Santo. We have
Santo.
Silly, who we love. And
Hi,
Emer, I think
Silly.
you have a story about Silly that you met her.
I met her when she was over in Ireland in, I think, was it August? And we went for tea with her mum and we went for hot chocolate. And it was just so lovely to meet her. She's such a beautiful
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Amy is also joining us.
Hi, Amy. The strut rivals me with my struts.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about the corridor strut in a bit here too.
Yeah, caught on.
Tuomo.
Hi, Tuomo.
David.
David Abbott, hello.
Dennis and Maria. Is that everyone? If I missed
Dennis,
you.
hi, Maria.
Oh, two more. So we have Chris from the Onstage podcast.
Hi, Chris.
And our last one till we delve into questions, we have Patrick here. So hi, Patrick. So thank you guys, and thanks for bearing with us. I'm sorry we had technical difficulties. So I think we're going to structure it a little bit different. So we'll start off by talking about Emer is, of course, a wonderful soprano, as you know. We'll go back into her life and how she began a little bit later, but let's start with your new single. So why don't we start with the clip, and then we'll go into it.
Perfect.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
So that is your beautiful new single, Flowers, with Everdream. So Emer, can you tell me how you chose this piece?
Yes. So about this time last year, but I think it was maybe more February last year, we had decided we wanted to bring out kind of do our kind of signature thing of a pop song with some sort of Celtic twist to it. And usually I'm the song picker because, you know, I'm quite fussy about, well, if it's not a great melody or the lyrics aren't interesting, I'm not sure what I can do with it as a singer. So I brought loads and loads of suggestions because Mary tends to be the one who's like, this isn't going to work, you know. So I brought a load of things and we tried loads and loads of different things. And, you know, for trad tunes, for like Irish traditional music, it has to be in a number of keys. You can't have it in different keys, and it has to be a particular time signature that works with the original song. So I didn't know any of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, can you not just throw a track tune onto this song here that I like? She's like, no, I can't, Emer. I don't make the rules. So we tried loads of different things, and nothing really. We tried everything from Madonna to, you know, that song "Take on Me." You know that one. Yeah, and I loved that, but we couldn't Celticify it. So nothing really worked. And then I was going home on the bus after the rehearsal, and I was scrolling through TikTok, and Miley Cyrus Flowers was everywhere.
Yes.
And I thought the lyrics were fantastic, and I thought the melody was great. And I just posted it in the group, and I said, do you think this could be Celticified? And Mary was like, yes, I can definitely see how this would work. So within a few hours, she had reached home and she had sent us a piano recording of her idea of how to fuse it with a Celtic tune. And we loved it. So we didn't have a chance to rehearse it at all until we actually got into the studio to record it last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we literally arrived into the studio and all we had was Mary's recording, and we were just like, well, we'll see what happens. And yeah, we put it down, and our producer Mark put like a kind of a drum beat to it. And then we got so caught up with the Christmas tour that we didn't end up doing a video until this year. So it was recorded last year and we didn't get around to doing the video until this year. But we're thrilled with it. And then we decided to ask an Irish dancer to come in and sort of, add a little bit more Celtic flair in. So she's in the video as well, Katie from Celtic Rhythm Dance. So yeah, that's how it all came together.
I love that. I feel like it's a very empowering song as women. But what you said there, and I'm going to have to go back to it, about it being certain keys, is it kind of like following modes of music that is it something similar?
Mary would be better equipped to answer this.
Okay, I'll have to ask Mary.
Yeah, and I'm like, so what about this tune? And she's like, Emer, it's not even in the right key. I'm like, obviously, it's not in the right key. What am I silly? And just not everything kind of works with a traditional Irish tune. So this one, it just happened to fit. Now, Mary composed this traditional Irish tune to work with it, but it follows all of the same kind of rhythms and time signature that
so
you
interesting.
find in a traditional piece. Yeah.
I love that. That's fascinating. We have another hello here from Anne-Marie.
Hi, it's Anne-Marie. Hello. I've given Anne-Marie a few singing lessons. She has a beautiful voice. Yeah.
Do you do a lot of lessons online, Emer?
I used to teach quite a lot before COVID, I guess. Well, a few years before COVID, I stopped. I was teaching for about 10 years and I loved it.
Oh, wow,
in
nice.
a music school in Dublin. And then things got so busy that I didn't have the time to be teaching and performing, and I certainly didn't want to be letting students down. So once COVID came and Zoom became a thing, it became so much easier to be able to see people from overseas and to be able to kind of fit in like lessons at different times of the day when I'm more available, not in the evening or whatever. So yeah, now I've kind of only started back teaching the last few months actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I've got some lovely students coming to me. So it's really nice because I'd forgotten how much I love teaching, how much I kind of love seeing people improve and kind of seeing the little flicker of confidence kind of change how they sound, So that's been really fun. Yeah.
We have one other comment here from the very lovely Katrina. And she's saying, congrats on the arrangement. And what's she saying? Oh, loving the gowns in the background. Or
yeah. No, so guna is the Irish word for dress.
Guna.
So
Guna.
yeah, in Ireland we just throw words in, random Irish words, and we assume everybody knows what a guna is. Like what I'm wearing today is a ganzi, but nobody would know that, obviously. Yes, the guna is in the background, Katrina. Thank you so much. And yes, I wanted to hear Aha Celticified as well, but Mary wouldn't let me. So blame Mary.
Well, that might have to be an Emer solo cover though, because you've done some cool things with like Wuthering Heights and different songs.
Yeah, now I haven't done the kind of Celticifying things, but I do like the guy who produced Wuthering Heights also produced Flowers, Mark Cahill, and I love what I just literally went, do what you like with Wuthering Heights. I'll sing it, you do what you like with it. And to be fair, he did an amazing job. But I really do love what he did. That he did like really cool kind of earthy drums in it that I just adore. Yeah, so like, but yeah, the Everdream stuff is kind of it's a little bit more exciting in a way because it's so different to the versions that other people put out of songs, just because even including myself, because Mary is a little bit of a genius and she doesn't like when I say this and she doesn't like for it to be said, but she is like, she's just really really clever. So yeah, I'm kind of like, see what you can do with this, Mary, and she just pops something out that's like super super clever. So yeah, it's really exciting working with her on kind of, and we're actually composing together at the moment.
Oh, nice.
As well, which is really 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 fun because I'm sort of more of a lyricist, and then she's brilliant with melody. So hoping we can release something original in the near future.
will this be your first time songwriting, Emer, or have you been doing
Yeah,
things before?
no.
Okay.
I never thought that I would write original music. And then COVID happened and I was so bored. I was just, I was just like, wow, what am I like? Because you know yourself, my whole diary got wiped clean and everybody was at home. And I lived in an apartment at the time and everybody was at home. So me practicing was not really, the most neighborly thing to do. So I had to find other ways of entertaining myself or my creativity.
Yeah.
So I started just playing around. And you know what I said to myself? I said, "Oh, Emer, but you can't songwrite. You've never done this before. People who songwrite are, people who've been doing it, it was just innate. They started in the teenage angst years and then continue to grow. That's not you." And then I thought, okay, well, listen, you've permission to write a really bad song. How's that?
Mhm.
You can write something really bad, and just to do something, just to work the muscle, and then write something that's maybe less bad to see if you kind of get, that if just anything comes to you, just pick a melody, just do something. So I did start with both melody and lyrics, and since then Mary has kind of added more sophisticated melodies to what I've been writing. So yeah, it's very very new for me, but it's, if you don't push yourself, you never find out what you can do.
It's true. I think I've always had that same opinion, so I guess it must be a God-given gift. But it makes sense that, like, even singing, I think sometimes people think, oh, it's just completely natural talent, but
Oh,
it really isn't.
it really isn't. And I was one of those people that, like, even I think Lynn Hillary is a good friend of mine, and she has the most easy sounding voice. And I remember saying to her once, I was just like, it just flows out of you. You just must be, and she told me, she was like, do you know that song that I did 100 takes of that song
Oh,
before
wow.
I was happy. And I was like, well, Emer, if it's good enough for Lynn Hillary, it's good enough for you. Because I would be giving out to myself for having to sing something so many times to get it to the place where I was happy with it, or where
Mhm.
I felt it was good enough for. I mean, live performance is different because you're feeding off an audience and you're creating a moment, a live moment. So
Yeah.
I never worry so much with live performance. But recording, it's something that you're putting out that is never going to change. So it is there that way forever, and it is not a moment in time, it is continuous moments. So there's this pressure to sort of make it as perfect as possible, because you're like,
Yeah.
it ain't going anywhere, you know. Um, so yeah, so there is that kind of, and then when you sit down to create something, you want to, or to record something, you wanted to have that balance between being really really genuine, like the emotion is the most important thing, but you have to sing it in technically so much that that part is automatic, and then you can really let go and, be part of the song. But all of that takes so much time to get it technically sound so that you can forget about it and entirely feel the emotion. That's kind of my process, but it just takes a lot of time.
I think it's true though, and in the past I've gone to the studio. I haven't done a lot of recording, but I almost feel like embarrassed to ask for another take. Like, oh, we're gonna come back.
Oh,
He's gonna be sick of hearing this. But I
I
think
know.
you have to get to that place where you're okay with that, and like you're saying, okay with doing something not so well the first time, so you
Yes.
can then become better at it.
Yeah, we used to call it the ugly take. When I first started recording, I was in such a state about getting things perfectly the first time that I would sound really tentative and I wouldn't really be
Mm,
kind of, immersed. And it was just like, Emer, can you just give me something rubbish? Just let yourself go and let it be rubbish for if you want. And it was that permission. I always talk about permission to fail actually sort of releases a part of you that's
mm.
probably more genuine, and authentic. So yeah, and I think there was another singer who talked about the ugly take, or allowing herself to do a bad take, and it resonated so much with me because I think every singer has that. Oh my God, I want to be perfect, but this need to be perfect is kind of squashing the really
Yeah.
authentic part of me that just wants to tell a story, and that at the end of the day has to be the priority, you know.
Yeah, no, I think that's so true. We have a couple questions it looks like here. So Silly is saying, Emer, how many green dresses do you have?
Well, I have one less than I had this time last year because when Celia came to Ireland, I gave her one of my green dresses. The dress I wore in one of my favorite photo shoots where I'm in the water. So Celia has that green dress now, and it looks beautiful on her. But I have behind me, I have my this is my Rebecca Rhodes dress. She's an English designer, and I got her to make this for me because I wanted an
Oh,
emerald
lovely.
green dress. And she's amazing. I love her. And then this was from So Amazing Couture, which is Irish. And this is my newest green dress, which is very hard to breathe in. Who cares? It's great to strut in, not so great to breathe in. But who needs breathing when you're a singer? So I have those two, and then I have then a green, more sort of casual dress. I had to sing at St. Patrick's Cathedral during the week, which is Ireland's largest cathedral, over 800 years old. And I was booked to come in and be a surprise singer for this group of
Oh,
kind of
nice.
American visitors. But the brief was, so we want you to look Irish and glamorous, but not a ball gown. I will just whip that up. So I have another green dress that sort of is in between the casual and the ball gown look, and that's about all the green dresses I have, and I have this green top as well.
Silly is saying that she loves the dress so much.
And it features in many of her videos, and every time it does, I give a little clap and a little yay. So
Silly is going to be part of our concert this coming Sunday, the 31st.
oh,
So everyone, please
wonderful.
tune in for that as well.
Oh, that's so exciting. Great. Love to see that.
Two more quick hellos here. So we have Holger joining.
Hi, it's Holger. Hey, hello.
And Tiffany Moore, who's another violinist.
Hi, Tiffany. Green hearts there. I love that.
Okay, so we have another question from Key Clef Productions. So he said, who would you think of for marketing ads, and why? Do you mean marketing videos, Patrick? Because I think you've done a number of different people you've worked on the videos with.
Yeah. Sorry, what's the question again? Sorry.
Patrick, if you could reformat for us, because what I have is, who would you think of for marketing ads and why? But I think he means videos. So if you can just put that. Oh, he said he does. Okay, so who would you think of for videos? Who did you work with on Flowers?
Okay, so we have I've worked with a number of videographers. Everdream works with a guy called Kieran O'Donnell, who runs Nothing to Fancy productions, and he's done all of my friend Grace Foley is a singer as well, and he's done all of her videos.
Oh,
And
lovely.
he's just such a breeze to work with. You know, one of those people that's like, nothing's a problem. It's all, nothing's an issue. It's all easy. I can just, whatever you like. He's just so pleasant and so easy to work with, and just, yeah. And just so fast as well. So he's our video guy. We've done loads of things with him. And then my previous videos were done by a guy called Sam O'Mahony, and he is, oh my God, absolutely. He did my Wuthering Heights. He's one of these real sort of like big budget type videos, but on a small budget, which was lovely.
Amazing, yes.
He's really creative. So Wuthering Heights and Never Enough and Nella Fantasia, which are like really high performing videos for me, were all done by Sam. So he moved to the UK. So unfortunately, I was like, Sam, you can't leave. You're my videographer. I don't care that you have a wife and family. What do you mean you're leaving Ireland?
I know, once you build that relationship, it's so hard. Patrick is also, he has a video production company. He does really great things, and he's
fantastic.
Yeah, he sponsored our star competition. So I guess a good question to follow up on that is for young artists. I think like the visual is becoming more and more important. So what were some of the things that you kind of think of when even you were storyboarding Flowers? What were you looking for?
So for this one, we wanted to bring the dancer in. So we've got a lovely dancer there, Katie from Celtic Rhythm Dance, and she just came in and improvised to
nice.
our song. And we just wanted to create sort of a very Irishy feel, but with an edge, like kind of modern Ireland. So that was kind of what we were storyboarding. We wanted to sort of step away a little bit from the very Celtic woman sort of feel, just to
Mhm.
have something different. And we thought, like, you know, Flowers is such a modern song. We thought, let's just do something that's a bit out of our comfort zone. So we went to a great place called Fade Street Studios in this Dublin city centre that has this beautiful Georgian window. Um, and yeah, that was kind of what we were storyboarding. Just how do we get across this contrast? So if you watch the whole video, which you can do afterwards, or if you have already, um, the whole idea was the first part of the video was that part of a breakup where you you sort of you're like, oh, I think I can buy my own flowers, but I'm really sad about it, you know. And then you sort of gather this, like, hang on a second, I don't need a man to buy flowers. And this, we wanted to sort of create that contrast within the music and visually as well. So Kieran did a great job with that. He brought in some black and white kind of documentary style filming to sort of make it look a little bit more um, exciting and a bit more sort of like, hang on a second, I have flowers all by myself. I'm throwing them out. I'm like, yeah. So that was kind of the general gist of it.
Do you have any other that you could share, anyways? Any other pop singers or things that you'd like to reimagine in your Everdream Celtic fashion?
Oh, so sort of, yes. So we did record another song at the same time, and I'll be announcing that. So now can be the first time I'm announcing it. We have
Woohoo!
done, yeah, we have done a cover of "Dreams" by the Cranberries. You know the
Ooh,
one.
I
Um,
think Cranberries are the ones who did Zombie, or no?
That's right. And this is
Okay.
the one, it starts off real Celtic. Well, we've done a really sort of pared back, very dreamy version of it. So it's not a bit pop. It's very, like Mary was laughing. She was saying she was, we recorded a very casual music video for that on the day we did Flowers. And Mary was saying on the car journey that she was driving and she was listening to the tracks to sort of get them remind herself what she had played, you know. And she every time she was playing Flowers, she was like speeding, and every time she was listening to Dreams, she was slowing down and getting really sleepy. And she's like, "Oh, that's not good. That's not a great
Not
idea."
a driving song.
Not a driving song. Lesson learned. So we that one we have done. So we've done the Cranberries. And that's going to be coming out on the 29th of March if anybody
That's
wants to
exciting.
tune into Everdream around then. So it'll be released on Spotify and iTunes and YouTube and all of that. So that's the next one that's coming out. But in terms of other pop songs, not other pop songs. We're looking at kind of Enya as well.
Ooh, nice.
We're
Okay.
looking at doing a cover of Gladiator because it's so kind of powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That song from Gladiator. I might have to plug my phone in. Looks like it is about to die. So yeah, so there's more stuff coming, but that's the next thing on the horizon.
Well, we won't keep you too much longer, Emer, but I'm going to just call it a couple more people here. So we have Kevin Jordan is joining us for the first time. Welcome.
Hi, Kevin.
And we have Vicky Garvey. Hi, Vicky.
Hello.
So thank you all for being here. If you do have any questions, we're going to round up soon. So just go ahead and pop them into the chat. I think, unfortunately, some of our discussion was cut off. We had technical difficulties. But let's go back to just kind of what makes Everdream unique, which obviously you have these different instruments that are complementing each other so well, and you have this beautiful sound. So can you just share a little bit about, for fans who get to see you guys live, what they can expect in a show?
Yeah, I think expect the unexpected is our motto. So like we do, like there's nothing really typical about what we do. I don't know of any other group that's harp, violin, and you know classical / Celtic singers. So
Yeah.
but we like to take pop songs, as you know, put a Celtic slant on them. We do the traditional Celtic music like Enya and a lot of the Celtic woman repertoire, like You Raise Me Up and the Danny Boys and all of that. But there's always a little bit of kind of comedy in our shows as well. So When we go to America, I bring my alter ego with me. And I had decided a few years ago that I was too old to do Carmen anymore. I was like, I can't do it. It's just embarrassing at this stage. So what I do is, I've been doing it for years. There's the habanero from Carmen. I go into the audience and I sort of play the role of Carmen, and she's sort of a big flirt. So there's an awful lot of going through the audience and kind of like teasing people, and it just gets a great laugh. It's all in good fun. There's nothing kind of really kind of, too untoward about it.
Yeah,
It just
no.
makes people laugh. But I announced, because we've been doing this tour for so long, and we've like a lot of the same people coming to the shows, and I said, I feel Carmen might be going into retirement, but it was a resounding no, that she's not allowed retired just yet. So she'll still, but again, it's sort of, people come to a Celtic experience sort of show, and they don't necessarily expect to get the variety that they get. So we're sort of glad that we're able to offer something that's a little bit different. So yeah, it's been going really well, and we're so looking forward to our next US tour, which is in the Pacific Northwest in December. So I'm gearing up. I'm dying to do one in March. So if anybody wants to somehow
Come to Connecticut.
just somebody give me a plane ticket and a concert hall. And
We can start a GoFundMe. Let's go.
Yes, Everdream to Connecticut or somewhere in the US next March.
Yeah.
That's on my vision board.
Okay, well, everyone, we heard it in the comments. Let's see what we can do. If you know a venue, maybe is a good way, a local venue near you. Maybe that would be something to start.
Yes.
Let's see. So we have Holger is very excited for the single.
Yay!
Santo is asking, I know you have a degree in opera. Do you prefer singing Verdi or Puccini?
So this is sort of part of the interview that I don't think people heard. My voice is not really suitable for either, unfortunately. I was sort of more what's known as a soubrette in the opera world, so a very light, youthful sounding voice. And for Verdi and Puccini, it's typically bigger voices, typically sort of heavier, rounder sounding voices. Although my friend Mary Jess is supposed to have a small voice, and she knocks out Verdi like you wouldn't believe.
She's a powerful voice, yeah.
I just was like, but how though? Like, how were you doing it? Incredible breath control. But for me, just no eyes. But I do sing O mio babbino caro, which is Puccini's. But again, that's written for a lighter voice within the Puccini repertoire. So, to answer your question, probably Puccini, because I think Verdi is just a little bit big for my voice.
Zach Beckvar says he'd love to hear the cover of Now We Are Free.
Yes, good. Zach said it. It has to happen, because I've been going on about it for a little while, and I think Mary and Teresa are a little bit like, I'm not too sure, but I'm like, but be sure.
See, now you just got to show them the comments and just say. Santo is saying, besides the Pacific Northwest, are there any other plans? I guess we kind of went over that, Santo. Silye is just commenting. She says, you are wonderful, Emer. Thanks for being you. And
you too,
let's
Celia.
see.
Right back at you.
It would be great to hear you guys sing together at some point in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's see. Dennis. Okay. Any plans to do anything with Lynn Hillary? The two of you sound great together.
I love singing with Lynn. I absolutely love it. And we have no plans, although I did contact her last year about helping me with something. So we talk, and I'm always like, yay, let's do something. So who knows? I'm not saying no. We've nothing specifically definitely planned, but I think there's a strong possibility, very strong possibility, if I can convince her with a hot chocolate or something.
I love that. So everyone, if you haven't already, go ahead and stream Flowers. You can also, I think you can buy a physical copy of the Christmas album. Is that right?
Can, yeah, from the website.
And follow Everdreams. You can see all the corridor struts on Emer's pages as well. Let's do, just to close it off here, we can do a quick this or that round. So let's see what questions we have here. Okay, so do you like coffee or tea?
I don't drink tea or coffee. I am very strange. I don't drink either of them. Don't like the taste.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Beach vacation or a mountain retreat?
Ooh, mountain retreat.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, that's so tough. I would have said dogs years ago, but I have a cat. I have 2 cats and a dog, and I am more like a cat than I am like a dog. And one of my cats is my little angel, so I have to say cats. Sorry, Molly. I'm sorry.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Early bird or a night owl?
Oh, used to be a night owl, more of an early bird now.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Emer, and thanks everyone for dealing with the technical issues, but you have just been so delightful. Like I said, I've followed you for so long, but to be able to chat with you, you were just as lovely in person or virtually.
Anytime.
So.
Anytime. I am here. I'm here all the time. You just pop in and I'll just be here.
We'll just call you for random opinions, Emer. Like, what do you think on this music industry issue? Let's do it.
Well, I'm so glad you asked.
No, I'd actually love to do more of that. So if open, we'll
amazing.
definitely do more in the future. But for now, stream flowers. You can also visit everdreamireland.com for more information. And thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. So lovely to see you, Natasha. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you so much, Emer. And everyone have a good rest of your day.